There is no harmony all the time. Life, precisely because it is alive, is movement. Heraclitus, a philosopher of the first we had in the history of philosophy, said that life is coming. That is, we are in the process of becoming constantly moving. He said it is impossible for you to bathe twice in the water of the same river, because when you jump, he is one, left, he is already another. While you are there, the river is passing, it is movement. While the river is movement, it is also chaotic, it is out of order, but it is also beautiful. He is refreshing, he is healthy. There are always the two realities all the time being observed. It's a question I always like to ask myself. What do I fall into people when I arrive in an environment? Yes, because I also identify myself as the one who brings confusion, as the one who removes peace, as the one who gets trouble. Yes, I'm not free from it, but I don't want to be that. So you realize some people so used to being like this, no longer problematized. The atmosphere is good when it arrives, it gets heavy, too critical, sharp, nauseous, boring. No, it doesn't have to be so. I will have to deal with precariousness all the time, with chaotic realities. Because we are like this, I have a nature that can be harmonious in me. I fight for that. I seek in my daily life to establish within my conduct, within agenda of the day, I try to put my self-awareness, the opportunity to learn to deal with me so that I know how to know my mechanisms. Why I feel that way, why I'm undecided. I'm doing my homework, but I don't stop being chaotic. I walk towards a harmonization of all this, but all the time I experience chaotic. Sometimes we become heavy people for others because we are not sensitive to realize that we are like this, that we are used to being like this. From everything we complain, for everyone we complain. We lost already, and we no longer have the perception of how much we complain. And of course we become a weight for another. Because no one likes to be with a person who complains all the time. Or we become gossiping and find it natural to make gossip all the time. Comment on life there all the time. We arrived in an environment, we cause nothing but gossip. We do not cause good fruits, which is unfortunate. We waste the opportunity to turn the environment with our lives, with our way of being. Life is like this. Life has contrary, as the song says. Law has once, for free has its price. And I need to identify in my daily life all these realities. Understand them and absorb what is favorable of all this. Because sometimes we have a temptation to think that the contradictory cannot favor us. Maybe yes. When I experience my contradiction, when I experience my hypocrisy, when I experience my transgression, there I have the opportunity to learn good rules. And my weakness is that I am strong. São Paulo said, "It is the discourse of contradiction. I know you live the same challenges as me because we are the same. We may even be in different stages, but at some point in life we have been the same. We had the same fears, rejoiced by the same causes, and faced the very same challenges. And one of them is this. We have managed to extract from us to be able to tear from the bottom of this bruised humanity the courage, so that the gospel becomes a very living reality in us. I believe that the more mature we get, the greater the ability to live with the opposites of life, even because they are everywhere. If there is one thing we need to lose naturally is the naive view of things. The first naive view we need to win is that everything will be as we want it to be. It starts there. It is already a jump of maturity when we find that, no, the world will not spin. Things will not be the way we imagine it will be. All reality is immersed in a living process that gives it a feature of being chaotic as well. It is this daily opportunity that we have to offer the other what Christ has done in their heart. The barriers that he has already knocked within us, or everything we have already achieved from us, because of the daily commitment. To be able to choose between what we have given to us genetically and what was socially conditioned to us. This space of choice is a wonderful opportunity. And maturity is precisely when you begin to understand the world without the illusions that everything will be harmonious. Overcome these illusions, these childish primary understandings in us. It is so fundamental, even for us to establish good relationships. You need to start from the principle that you can love a person, that you can establish a crease with them, but it will not be perfect. The only perfect love that exists is that rose that exists in the gardens. It's the only one we know. All others are marked by qualities and limits. And it is only possible to live love, to live the good relationships if we have this enlightened conscience that they will not be perfect. Here, today, we are saying that our love can often be the result of our need. This is what Jesus speaks. When I am not free to love, when I am tied to my needs, I want to love to be loved too. I want to love to be admired for the other. I want to make a gesture of charity so that this can reverberate and the others will admire me. It is a whole concern with exteriority. The love I love has to first act in the deepest dimensions of my life, there where everything is backstage, where there is no publicity. We are justified all the time. We pretend to be a Christian all the time and pretend, well, kick, reject it. Do you think I do not observe this in me every day? Without fear of recognizing here for you. So many times I am hypocritical because I am not able to make the same choices of Jesus, because I am not able to recognize what really needs me. Where do I need to exercise the royalty of Jesus? Without vanity, without excesses, no arrogance. Without arrogance, even in ideas. Because this is interesting, my people. When a person has this living God, natural in herself, they naturally add to her many other people who want to live the same experience. Then you understand why the gospel is contagious, that a person truly converted to the gospel, it becomes an attractive, not in the superficial sense of being an attraction, but of provoking the attraction. Yes, we have experienced this a lot inside our home. When you identify that there are some people, it is usually the father, the mother, or an aunt, a grandmother, someone who has this strength, this charisma of adding. How God uses these people to harmonize difficult situations, create peace in the context of difficulties. To be that weighted person who helps us understand the middle ground. These people are fundamental in human life. If we want to think of our Christianity with great responsibility, we will have to pass our reflection for this sieve. What do we believe? What do we do with what do we believe?